Come on in, guys. In a while.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. Yes, let's get it, guys. How are you guys going? How are you guys feeling? I'll tell you something. I'm feeling okay, man. I'm feeling good. I mean, what a week. What a week, man. What a week. How are you guys going? You know, I didn't do a podcast for some while. I believe it's like 2 weeks. I came down with the flu. And, I decided not to do the podcast because I was coughing a lot and sneezing a lot. But how are you guys going otherwise? Are you guys doing all right? I hope your family is doing okay. I know that it's for the 4th of July in the United States. So you guys be careful. I'm seeing persons blowing away their hands. Persons are setting place on fire with these bombs and rockets. So be careful out there, man. You don't want to blow yourself up. It's a lot to live for. Let me just say shout out to Trisket. What up? Anonymous Boss, my brother. What up, man? My child. What up? What up? Objective Gamer. Krypton. We have a Krypton Knight in the chat, man. What up, Objective Gamer? Yataza, my brother. What up? What up? What up? Tony the Pony. Is that really Tony the Pony there, man? Tony the Pony. Tony the Pony, welcome, man. First time I'm seeing you in the chat. Welcome. Jelani. Dark Hunter. What up, what up, what up? Guys, welcome. There's a lot to talk about. I mean, I would have never guessed in a million years that this week would have played out the way it did. This week was a roller coaster. We saw some of the bad news initially from Xbox with the layoffs, the closure of the initiative, and we saw all that happening. And just out of nowhere, we saw, a bomb dropped. A literal bomb dropped and basically shook up the gaming industry. Yes, that bomb was Helldivers 2. What up, Kareem? What up, Kareem? Who I missed? I shout out Jelani. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button as you guys come in, or subscribe if you have not. Yeah, man. So I'm happy you guys are here. I know you guys most likely is celebrating. So if you guys just want to chill out, thank you for being here, man. So yes, no one would have guessed that Sony would have dropped this bomb this week, right after the news of the layoffs. Now, when I saw the layoffs, I made a video really saying that how it's real sad to see all these devs go. It's real sad to see the initiative go close. But what hit me the hardest was Perfect Dark. I really like Perfect Dark. I really hope they don't completely cancel that game. I hope they give it to another developer. But you know, that's just wishful thinking. But when I saw this Helldivers news, I was like, what's really going on here, man? This is what Sony did these ponies, man. I mean, guys, I was on cloud 9 seeing these ponies react, man. These ponies were, hey, all I had to say was this.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
We got him, man. We got him. So tonight, what we are going to do, what up, CC? Tonight, what we are going to do, we are going to look at some of the reactions of the PlayStation community. And at this point in time, guys, these guys are coping really, really hard. You would see how the PlayStation community is coping. They are coming up with all sorts of narratives as to why this game is coming to Xbox. You see, what Helldivers did is it destroyed their talking points. You see, remember, guys, the PlayStation community was saying that the Xbox was dead. Now, the meaning of death is the opposite of life. Inactivity, stillness, darkness. Why are 3 games this year that was once exclusive to PlayStation coming to a dead console? Why did Game Science choose to bring Black Myth Wukong to the Xbox if the Xbox is dead? I mean, it makes no sense. If the Xbox is dead, why is Helldivers 2 coming to the Xbox? Why did Sony take the time to spend time and money to bring that game, one of their first party games, over to the Xbox? I mean, it makes no sense. It destroys that narrative. Now, it also does another thing. Sony is telling the PlayStation community that they are not enough. They are not enough to satisfy the investors. They are not buying enough. They are not having the engagement enough in the PlayStation 5. And because the PlayStation community is not enough for Sony, they have to go elsewhere with their game. If PlayStation was enough, if PC was enough, Helldivers 2 would never come to the Xbox. Let's face facts. The PlayStation community is not enough. Ponies, I'm talking to you. You hear how mother sang that, Ponies? Is you I'm talking to. You are not enough. Stoney said it. I didn't say it. Troopnet, what up, man? What up? What up, Jay? That salt is... Listen to me, guys. The salt this week was crazy. But let's not stick before we get the click. Let's look at how these ponies reacted. So now there are some reactions. I want you guys to listen very carefully because, man, the salt is real. Real, man. Look at this. Look at this salt. Listen very carefully. Let me raise this up. Let me turn down the background music so you could hear. This is our good pony friend here, Porter Rock. Now, he is one of the generals of the PlayStation Nation. And he was very salty. When I talk about the salt emanating from this guy, I mean, you don't need... guys, you don't need to buy sea salt anytime soon. You don't need to buy Himalayan salt anytime soon because the amount of salt is coming from these guys. It is just a beautiful thing. Look at this.
All right, Porter Rock 77, your only friend is YouTube streets, and I just want to say one thing only. Sony gave Helldivers 2 to Xbox gamers before they gave it to you.
He's out of line, but he's right.
This is me. Hey, listen to me. Hey, guys, listen to me. I don't know what to say.
And by
He's right. Sony did not put Helldivers 2 on their PlayStation service. Let me say shout out to OC615. Hey, what up, man? What up? Porter Rock here is right. Sony had a fine opportunity to put Helldivers 2 onto the PlayStation Plus for the PlayStation Plus premium subscribers, but they didn't. Instead, they brought it over to Xbox. If Xbox is dead, Yataza, why are they bringing these games over to Xbox? It's a dead platform. There's no money to get out of there. So why are they bringing it? Ponies? Could anyone have a logical answer for me?
By what I mean is they gave it to Xbox gamers before they gave it to you. You are the people who are subscribed to PS Plus Extra and Premium.
PlayStation Plus is the worst service I have ever seen. And that's me taking off my bias cap. If anyone could justify PlayStation Plus, that person is delusional. There is no way PlayStation fans are paying this much for PlayStation Plus. What are you guys getting there? No day and date. Sony is taking out their first-party games out of PlayStation Plus. What are you guys getting in PlayStation Plus? Tell me, could some pony tweet, what are these guys getting? Baby steps, diabetic gaming. What are you guys getting in PlayStation Plus?
It's like, I can't eat. I'm broke.
You guys ain't eating on PlayStation Plus. Let's be honest.
You are subscribed to Extra and Premium.
What
so
up, Professor? What up, my brother?
And one of those games is not Helldivers 2.
Wow. You guys, look at Porter Rock's face. You can see the anguish. You can see the despair. Right? This is a man who is losing faith in PlayStation. This is a man who is staring Hiroki Totoki in his eyes and saying, can't you see my hurt? Can't you see my tears? Hiroki Totoki? What are you guys doing across there? This is what these guys is happening. I am sure there are more than a dozen ponies had violent diarrhea this week. Prove me wrong. When this news dropped, these ponies' bowels combust. Diarrhea, liquid diarrhea.
But it's on Xbox as of August. So Sony gave the game to them before they gave it to the rest of the PlayStation gamers who, one, bought the console, and two, are subscribed to a higher tier of subscription services.
Look how he folds his lip here. What up, Emmanuel A1? What up? Oscar Sanchez, what up, my guys? What up, my dude? Don't forget to hit the like button, man. This is a guy full of despair. Now, listen to me, guys. I don't know. This after that news dropped, here, man, the birds were chirping louder where I was working. I was seeing butterflies. I was seeing rainbows. I mean, this was crazy this week, man. Let me say shout out to my brother there, Yataza, for that $2 Euro super chat. Yataza is saying, Xbox is the undead nightmare to these folks. Hey, the Xbox is the undead nightmare. It's true. I can't fault you for saying that, Yataza. It is true. I mean, these guys thought Xbox was dead. But I mean, if this is that, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. Let's continue.
Meanwhile, the Xbox cats, who, you know, are not.
Take your time. Formulate what you're trying to think. These guys are trying to think hard, right?
Going to play this game on a PlayStation console, are not going to play this game on a PlayStation controller.
No.
And are not subscribed to a PlayStation
No,
service.
but we get it.
They're going to play it on their console.
Guys, these guys said Xbox was dead for more than 2 years. No, originally they said Xbox was dead about 10 years ago, right? But in the last 3 years, these guys have ramped up the talking point. Xbox is dead. Now look at the despair in Porter Rock's face, a Ponish general. He's supposed to be saying, hold the line. Hold the line. Don't hold the line. Hold a roll of toilet paper, because that news gave you guys diarrhea.
Now, I'm not subscribed to Extra and Premium, but
Of course you're not subscribed to Extra and Premium, because you're smart, man. Who in their right mind would subscribe to PlayStation Plus Premium? What are you getting? Let me say shout out to Anonymous Boss. Anonymous Boss, what up, my brother? He's saying Coonan and Baboon. I mean, Anonymous Boss, somebody got to do it, man. Somebody got to Coonan Baboon. Hey.
some of you are. And some of you didn't buy the game, you know, whatever. But if the game was added to your subscription service that you are paying for, I'm pretty sure you would have gave the game the chance and then probably done a money transaction. Sony would have gotten more players on the game.
No. A lot of if it was not for the PC community, Helldivers 2 would have been dead long time ago. If it was not for the PC community, Helldivers 2 would have been dead long time ago. It's a fun new mechanic, right? It's a fresh game. And guess what? This is why this game was such a success for Arrowhead and Sony. Let me say shout out to Jelani. Jelani, thank you for that $5 super chat. Jelani is saying, I want to unlock time travel, IRL, just to see the state of gaming fandom 5 years from now. Right? 5 years from now. And 80s Taco Bell. I can't lie. Jelani, listen to me. I would have never thought I would have seen an actual Sony state. No, it's clear. This time it's clear, guys. Remember, MLB The Show didn't do it. Lego Horizon didn't do it. You know what it took for these PlayStation fans to understand that Sony is third party? Helldivers 2. You know why? Because these guys capped for Helldivers 2, knowing fully well that they weren't the majority, players. These guys kept saying Helldivers 2 is a first-party Sony game. And guess what? Seeing that you guys capped for Helldivers 2 so much, for Sony to bring that to Xbox, I mean, it is a blatant slap in these ponies' face.
Oh, good! One and done. He ain't getting up.
Please, get up! Don't let Sony do you that. Get
Oh, good!
Get up!
Done. He ain't getting up.
Get up, man! That was a slap to your face. Nothing on PlayStation Plus, nothing on PlayStation Premium, just dry lips and dry sand.
From their own fan base. But no, you guys don't get to play the game. You have to buy it.
Yeah.
Even though you put in more money towards PlayStation by buying their console.
Yeah.
And paying for PS Plus Extra.
Yes.
And for those premium, which is even the highest tier.
Yes.
You don't get the game.
No. No, you ponies do not get it. And a matter of fact, you ponies get.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day.
You get nothing. After investing all this money into PlayStation all these years, you guys are leaving with diarrhea. You guys are leaving not able to walk fast. This is what Sony would have given you this week. All of what you have been talking about, all these months, all these podcasts, right? You see, what makes the Xbox community different is this. Microsoft would have told us very directly that when ponies pay, we all win. Now, we are not paying on this side. If an Xbox player chooses to subscribe to Game Pass, he will be eating all of these games, all first-party Xbox games for free. The PlayStation community cannot say that. They have to come and pay full price for all their PlayStation games.
I beg your pardon?
So, Uma, you heard me. No, you begged the pardon. You heard me correctly. They have to pay full price for all their games. And now we have their first party games coming over, jumping the fence, jumping the wall over to the best box, the Xbox. Now, how does that make you feel, ponies? Does that make you feel like going and writing a strong worded letter to Hotoki? Are you going to write Jim Ryan? Jim Ryan is relaxing. Ooh, buddy.
But Xbox gamers who didn't buy the console, buy the controllers.
No, why would we
don't
buy
pay
that?
for their subscription service. They pay for Game Pass.
Yes.
You know, the service that gives them day one games.
Woo!
So,
Look, Porter Rock said it. Porter Rock said the service that give Xbox gamers day one game. You could see the regret. You could hear it in his voice. You could hear it in his, you could see it in his eyes. Guys, I'm seeing 68 persons here. Don't forget to hit that like button. Let's do this. Let's do this thing good tonight, man. Let's do it good.
so they get a service that allows them to play online and play day one games. You get a service that allows you to play online, but you don't get to play day one games, and you don't even get some of the PlayStation owned.
What's going on here? What's going on with Porter Rock is speaking the truth, guys. It's finally dawning on him that Sony have been finessing you guys for a long time. Why would you pay for PlayStation Plus? What banger is on PlayStation Plus? You guys would have said that you don't buy new consoles to play old games. Then why are you subscribed to PlayStation Plus? Because all I could see PlayStation doing for PlayStation Plus is giving you guys old games. That's the only thing I'm seeing. Where are the new content for PlayStation Plus? Let me say shout out to some of the guys I'm seeing here. Christopher, Trebone, who I didn't shout out, E-Rank, I think I shout out Oscar. Who am I missing? Yeah, I think that's everybody. Guys, hit the like button. I mean, these guys are now understanding the hurt. Professor, could you see the hurt in this guy?
Games. That's diabolical, bro. That is diabolical.
Boy, I can't believe it. I can't believe Porter Rock is speaking the truth. Ponies in the chat, are you hearing one of your generals? One of your generals is saying that Sony is diabolical for doing this. Sending their first party game over to Xbox. $40 in a better condition, because it appears that the PlayStation community were beta testers for Helldivers 2, because obviously we'll be getting the better version with all the updates and everything. Yeah? So they were like beta testers. How does that make you feel, ponies? Look at Porter Rock's face here. Like, what am I really doing with my life? Did I do the right thing? Buying this big PlayStation pillow behind here? This controller pillow here that has the haptics when I sleep? Look at this pillow behind Porter Rock here. This guy has been sleeping on a haptic pillow for more than 5 years. And this is what Sony did him? This is what Sony did to this guy? This guy's head has been vibrating for more than 5 years. You could believe that? To come to this? To be reduced to this? Diabolical. Diabolical. Hey, Anonymous Boss, man. Anonymous Boss. Yo, shout out to the channel sponsor for tonight, Anonymous Boss, for gifting more than 5 gifted members. Anonymous Boss, thank you for supporting the community, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yes, this is diabolical stuff here. Diabolical.
Sony's actually diabolical, that one. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
It's been a while since.
Oh, buddy, that was a fun video to react. Now, this was a video here by someone named is it Emergency? I think his name is Emo Emergency or something like that. Emily Emergency or something like that. He is a PlayStation dude. He is new to the community. And this guy is livid. This guy is livid on what Sony did him. Now, this guy was going to name his first child Hiroki Totoki. He was about to color his house blue and white. And this is what Sony did him. Listen to how he feels. Tell me if you pick up the hurt, if you pick up the anguish in his voice.
I've done this. Hey, listen, in light of the recent news that PlayStation is going to take their games to Xbox with the Helldivers 2, right? At least to begin with, I would like to announce proudly.
So he's going to announce something proudly. He's not backing down. He said, I'm going to announce proudly. Listen.
That the PlayStation 5, okay, over there, see, oh my goodness, look at that beautiful console.
He said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He watched that PlayStation 5. He's looking all so sexy on the thing there. You hear what he said? He says,
The PlayStation 5 is going to be my last PlayStation console.
What? Say what? Say what?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Say what?
That's it. From this point on, this will be my last console. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the PlayStation 5 Pro just to kind of give you that last hooray. But even
he said he don't want to give Sony the last hooray. He's putting his foot down. He's not buying the PlayStation 5 Pro. He's going to show Sony who is boss. You're not going to buy the PlayStation. Good for you. Emergency, good for you.
if I do, that's going to be much later down the line. This will be my last console.
Wow.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Listen, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how much business sense this might make. I don't care about the time of this or that, or oh my God, it's been a year.
What he's addressing here is the ponies that are saying, this is, all of a sudden, these ponies are saying, this is good for PlayStation. They are going to get more money. They are going to get more, more persons playing the game. It's very clear that the PlayStation community was not enough for Sony. They want more. Sony is telling all these ponies,
I'm not looking for friends in this thing, people. I'm not looking for friends. I'm looking for money.
yes, that is what Sony is looking for. They are looking for money.
I don't give. What I give about is exclusivity. Because when you create a hardware platform, I need to believe and trust that the games you're going to make yourself are going to take full advantage of the specifications and the capabilities you have built into that box.
No, this guy is vexing, no, guys. This guy didn't, after that news dropped with Helldivers coming to Xbox, he didn't sleep, you know. Do you feel just this emergency guy slept that night? He didn't sleep for 48 hours. That face didn't look like it had 1 ounce of sleep. I mean, Portero could have given him his vibrating pillow that he had, the PlayStation Plus pillow. But this guy did not sleep for 48 hours since that news dropped. I mean, this is a sickness. Listen me, Emily, go and sleep. It is a sickness, I say.
This is a sickness. It is deviant, therefore we don't want it.
If you are now a third-party developer, and that's what they are, a third-party publisher.
Woo! So now ponies are actually saying it. Sony is a third-party developer. MLB The Show did not convince them that they were third-party developers. Lego Horizon did not convince them that they were third-party developers. Death Stranding 1 did not convince the PlayStation community that Sony is a third-party developer. You know what game took them out? Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is what crumbled the entire PlayStation community. These guys are tired. These guys are sick. And these guys are right now buying Pampers, adult Pampers, because what Sony gave them was diarrhea.
Now, then you have no obligation, or rather, you have the obligation to make sure that every single project that you greenlight is going to be able to run on all available platforms. That's what's going to happen, right? So, listen, I didn't buy a PlayStation to have a third-party box. No, I could have stuck with my PC. I already had a PC. I didn't buy a PlayStation to be stuck to the level of performance or creative capability of an Xbox Series S.
Let me ask you something, Emily. Did you buy your PlayStation to play Baby Steps? Is that 32 teraflops of computing power in the PlayStation 5 Pro able to run the power of Baby Steps? Did you do that, Emily?
If I had wanted the Series S, I would have bought the Series S, but I didn't because that didn't interest me. But now the games that PlayStation is going to be making are going to have to run on the Xbox Series S.
Woo! That is hurting them. The little bitty Xbox Series S has your money, has your game, and has your manhood. Look at this face here, guys. This is a guy frustrated because he was going to paint his house blue and white, and this is what Sony did. This guy was going to name his firstborn child Hiroki Totoki, but now he's angry. This is it. This is it.
That is a downgrade of epic proportions. And you know what? Forget about the fact that this is live service. What makes you think that single player is sacred?
Woo! You heard what he said there? What makes you ponies think that Sony is going to stop at games as a service? When the Xbox community buy this game in droves, and guess what? I am buying this game. And guess what? I'm going to play some of this game, Helldivers 2, with some of the people in the community. Because I need to show Sony, come on aboard. Come on aboard the Xbox train and see how Xbox could make your games live again. Come on home, Helldivers 2. Welcome home to Xbox, where the grass is always greener and the water always run cold while it's hot.
Single player will be put on Xbox too. Listen, it is what it is. This will be my last PlayStation.
Woo! This is his last PlayStation. Let me say, Anonymous Boss, this is some high-grade salt here, man. Anonymous Boss says, he cooning and babooning, my brother. This is a sickness. It is. This is such a sickness that, guys, listen to me. Right now, I am perspiring right now. I have 2 fans on me, and it just so happened that the amount of energy and power that is coming off of me right now.
Thank you, Home and Souls. Thank you, Hiroki Totoki. Thank you all for the brand. Well,
yeah, he cursed there, so I had to cut it off, man. This guy is livid.
Well done.
I told you.
Yeah, we told them.
I told you. I told you so. I freaking told you so.
Oh, buddy. So this video here now, guys, is Jimmy Neutron, and he is responding to the video that we just watched. So he is going to give his such powerful insight as to why the guy there, M or Emergency, why he is wrong for criticizing Sony. So we know, don't forget, guys, Jimmy is not a pony. He is not a pony, so, you know, but listen to Reforge here.
I mean, this is a weird response to this. E4 Extreme, he goes on the podcast with Porter Rock and those guys from time to time. He used to come around here, and we butted heads one day because it felt like his tone was kind of disrespectful.
So apparently, Emergency came to Reforge or Jimmy's podcast, and Jimmy didn't like his tone. Jimmy, you know, that's maybe just his English accent, right? Come on, Jimmy. Everybody's not out to get you, Jimmy. Come on. Let me say shout out to Jelani. Jelani, thank you, my brother. Jelani, you guys are cutting it up tonight. Jelani said, can't wait till we can retroactively run PC games on Series S at settings and performance that show how dumb that bottleneck narrative has always been. Jelani, listen to me. The day that happens, these ponies are going to do backflips. These ponies are so angry with the Series S. I mean, come on. Let's see what Reforge have to say about that video we just watched.
He said, I'm proud to announce that the PlayStation 5 will be my last console. He said, I don't care to argue this or turn into a movement. The move to put Helldivers 2 on Xbox is absolutely vile.
So Reforge, his chat is saying it's vile that Sony puts that Helldivers on to the Xbox. Wow, wow, wow. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here.
PlayStation's third party, then PlayStation's dead.
What we are doing tonight is we are reacting to all these ponies all the PlayStation fans who for years would have been saying Xbox is dead. But then Sony showed these ponies how alive Xbox is.
Yeah, you do whatever you want as a consumer. You got to make your own decisions and have your own values. I just feel like that's an enormous overreaction to a live service game coming to Xbox. That just is an extreme overreaction.
So he's saying,
like, imagine not playing on the PlayStation 6. Imagine not playing the next God of War, the next Horizon, the next Ghost of Tsushima on the launch date. Because
Jimmy is such a PlayStation fan. Eh? Jimmy is telling Emily, I can't imagine you saying you are not buying the next PlayStation. What are you doing? Can't you not imagine playing the next God of War? Guess what, Jimmy? All those games you said there would be playable on the new Xbox. Anytime Sony brings those games to the PC, it is coming automatically on the next Xbox. So we too would be able to experience that. We too would be able to experience your best games, Jimmy. The whole slate. You thought we lost. You thought that Xbox was dead. But always remember this. Even when we lose, we win.
Helldivers went to Xbox. Shout out to Sony being third party. Yeah, I mean, the argument that they're going third party is just bad faith and not accurate.
So he don't want to admit it. Jimmy here don't want to admit that Sony is going to the party.
It's not even worth debating. Like, it's not. If you want to say 2 + 2 = 5, I mean, go ahead. You can think something that isn't true if it makes you feel better.
You could see how uncomfortable Jimmy is here. You could see it in his face. He's trying hard how to tell his chat that Sony is not third party. He's trying to convince his chat not to believe their eyes, not to believe their logic. If Sony is publishing a game on another platform, it's a Sony published game, then it's third party, Jimmy. What kind of hairspray are you using, man? You need to get that hairspray checked out, man.
It's a major.
Jimmy, I have one question for you.
Where is factions? You told us to wait. We waited, and you're still not here. Neil Druckmann, where are you?
PlayStation. Your reaction to a live service game coming 18
All right, let me
months
ask you a
later?
question.
Yeah. You say when Xbox puts its games on PS5? No, my argument with Xbox turning into a third-party publisher is actually quite a bit different than that. I wasn't like, oh, they put a game on PS5, they're going third party. It was, they literally said, we're going third party. Like, when the CFO says, I think the biggest thing that got glossed over from the CFO's remarks late 2023 is when he said they'll be putting games on platforms that were formerly considered competitors.
But in all fairness, Jimmy, that is something very similar to what Herman Holt said. Herman Holt would have said that they are going to explore other platforms, and he gave the reasons why. You see, you guys thought it would only be PC. You guys thought it would have only been certain storefronts. But what Herman Holt was saying that they didn't want to come outright and say is that they are going to put some games on Xbox. Who would have thought it?
I think the biggest thing that got glossed over from the CFO's remarks late 2023 is when he said they'll be putting games on platforms that were formerly considered competitors. Like, they basically say, well, we no longer consider Nintendo and PlayStation competitors.
No, you are not competitors. PlayStation fans, when Xbox put their games onto PlayStation, you guys are not competitors. You are our consumers. And guess what? Xbox, the entire Xbox community, we want you guys to pay for everything.
Thank you.
You're making us pay for water, you son of a...
Yes, you're making it pay for everything.
You're making us pay for grapes,
Yes.
apples,
Yes.
things that God gave us for free.
Not you. You are not getting it free, Tony.
You will burn in hell when I'm through with you.
Somebody's going to burn.
You will not be
Somebody's gonna
allowed in
burn.
my Father's house.
At all. Listen to me. What up, Game Trailers? Game Trailers, Big B Money, Trebone, Brian. Who I missed, man? Who I missed in the chat? Game Trailers, you had something you wanted to say tonight, man? I mean, these ponies, these guys are sick. These guys currently, they are coping. I would have never believed Helldivers would have taken such a hit on the PlayStation community. I mean, this is crazy. What up, D Hopper? What up?
That's them saying we're going to function as a publisher.
Hit the like
we're gonna
button,
function as a
guys.
third-party publisher. That's not the same as PlayStation saying, well, we have a live service approach where we put things on other platforms, and we have a tentpole approach with big narrative games where we put them on PC later in the hopes that they buy a PlayStation. Like, those are different strategies entirely.
That is a lie. You know how I know these ponies are capping and they are not genuine at all? If it was so obvious that Helldivers was coming to Xbox, why didn't any pony said that in any one of their podcasts? Prior to Helldivers launching on the Xbox. I did not hear one pony predicted that it's obvious Helldivers was going to come to Xbox. And a matter of fact, these ponies doubled down. These ponies said that Helldivers is better than Halo. Helldivers is better than any multiplayer game on Xbox. And it's all for Sony. I heard that. Now, all of a sudden, it is obvious and not surprising that Helldivers is coming to Xbox. Come on, ponies, get out of here. You know you guys are capping. I know you guys are capping. So just shut up.
Sony CEO said the same thing. No, he did not. This
Yes,
is a
he
false
did.
interpretation put forth
No, he
by
did.
bad faith grifters. That's not true. They never once have said in a single earnings call
Hey,
that
Reforge could be one of the biggest ponies I've seen. He is so ready to defend. I mean, as soon as somebody says anything about PlayStation, this is Reforge. You all see how Reforge is running to save Sony? You all see how Reforge is running for his life to save Sony? This is a pony. Every time. I have never seen Reforge, a person who claimed not to be. I mean, I admit my bias. I am biased towards Xbox. I am admitting that. But this Reforge here, this Jimmy, he is trying to convince everyone that he is not a pony. I could see the tail. I could see the horse here. What else do you want me to see, Reforge? Come on, man. Let me just say big up to So Hazard. Rain G4, what up? Big B Money, what up, guys? Hit the like button.
they are going to be putting their games on other platforms and that they're shifting into a publisher strategy. Herman.
What I do know is that this.
No, this one here. Guys, listen to me. I have never seen this amount of salt. If you guys told me last month that Helldivers 2 would have been harvesting this amount of salt, I would have told you get out of here. I would have told you get out of here. This is MBG. And MBG now is trying to make sense of this. MBG is trying to convince his audience, don't worry, guys. This means nothing. Right? Listen to MBG. So much salt.
This is the first time Sony has made it clear that we want to do this. This isn't the M, because I know people are like, well, what about the show? Right? The show was available on Xbox this whole time. It was even for a while there, a day one drop on Game Pass.
Yes, MLB The Show was on Xbox. And a matter of fact, Xbox would have boosted MLB The Show's player count. Yeah? At one point in time, it had more players playing on Xbox compared to Sony with MLB The Show. If you don't believe me, look it up. And since MLB The Show was on Xbox, since then, Sony was a third-party publisher. Since then. But you guys didn't want to hear it.
But we all know that that was the MLB twisting.
What up, Boss Red? What up, Byron? What up, guys? What up? Hit the like button on you all way in.
Sony's arm. Sony didn't want to do that. They gave them an ultimatum. Either.
Wow. So MLB The Show came in to the big bad MLB The Show came in and demanded Sony to put this game on Xbox. And Sony gave in. To believe MLB The Show, the company that makes MLB, is letting Sony know that if it is you don't do it, hell is going to be paid. You could be that. Sony wanted MLB The Show to be on Xbox.
You put this game.
Hey, respect is earned. What up, my Trinidadian brother?
On Xbox, and you embrace it, or we're going to strip the license from you and give it to somebody who will. So Sony was like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll do it.
MBG is talking like he was in the room when Sony was negotiating with MLB. This guy is This guy is talking like he's one of the executives at Sony. You see how sick these guys are?
That's obvious. When it comes to Bungie, same situation. You know, Bungie, it was made abundantly clear that the only way Bungie was going to agree to be acquired by Sony is if Sony said, you can put your games wherever you want. We have no control over that.
Listen to me. Whoever made that deal with Bungie is a fool. Whoever made the deal with Bungie, how could I spend, chat, tell me if I am sounding crazy. How could I spend close to $4 billion for a company and they are telling me what to do? Does that make any kind of sense to you guys? How could I spend close to $4 billion for Bungie and Bungie is dictating to me what they are going to do? Are you nuts? Does that make any kind of sense, MBG? Make it make sense.
And we can see that with Marathon. Helldivers 2 is different because Sony owns the Helldivers IP. They have complete control over this game. Arrowhead is the one who developed the game, but Sony has complete control.
Now we are getting somewhere. Sony, ponies in the chat. You guys hearing that? Sony has complete control of Helldivers. Sony is controlling when Helldivers go to bed, when Helldivers eat, when Helldivers take a shower. This is what Sony has. Sony has complete control of Helldivers. Right? So let's see what MBG is going to say about that.
And Sony said, we want to put this game on Xbox.
Woo! That was a bomb. That Sony dropped yesterday. That was a literal bomb.
Just like they said with Lego Horizon, we want to put this game on Switch.
Yes. So now it is starting to hit MBG. After months of denying that Sony is a third-party publisher, you guys would have went on record saying, wow, Xbox is dead, they are third-party. And guess what? PlayStation, Sony was always third-party. You guys just didn't want to believe it.
And so here's the thing that I do think we need to acknowledge. It's the question.
Come on.
Maybe not a question, but it's a statement that
a statement.
I even
All
just
right.
saw somebody in my chat make. Exclusivity is dead.
Woo!
That is not true.
Exclusivity is dead.
This is where we need to make sure the conversation remains nuanced. Okay? We can't project our own emotions onto it. So
No. I like what MBG said there. Because everyone would have you believe that every single game from Xbox is already going to other platforms. And that is not true. When you look at this list here, you see this list here? These are all games that are yet to be announced for another platform. So when persons spin that narrative, Laura Fryer said every game Xbox produced is multi-plat. That's a lie, Laura. South of Midnight has not been announced for any other platform. Clockwork Revolution has not been announced for any other platform. Where is Halo Infinite? Is that on PlayStation? No. Starfield? No. Keeper? No. Avowed? No. Grounded 2? No. So let's keep the same energy. Let's always keep the same energy. Because the amount of lies these ponies push, I have to correct it. Let's continue, my boy MBG.
strongly where this is what I want. If you want exclusives to be dead, I can understand that. But we need to have a fair and honest analysis that exclusivity in the games industry is not dead.
Listen to me. With the new Xbox, every game that Sony puts on PC, we will be playing it. We would have it all. One box to rule them all. An Xbox.
but it is transforming. That would be the better term to use. Just like when people say Xbox is dead, I say no. Xbox is
Wait. MBG said no when person said Xbox was dead. Don't lie now, MBG. Not because you saw Helldivers come to Xbox. Now all of a sudden you're saying Xbox isn't dead. All of you guys were saying Xbox was dead. Now you're changing your tune.
Transforming. Same thing can be said about exclusivity now. Exclusivity is not dead. It's just transforming. But also, and this is a big caveat, Nintendo still exists.
Wait. These guys are now capping for Nintendo. Who would have believed this? So because Sony put this game onto Xbox, these guys are now capping for Nintendo. Look at this.
And as long as Nintendo exists, exclusivity is not dead. The day we see Nintendo come out and be like, you know what? Why not throw Mario Kart over on PlayStation? The day that happens, I think we can say exclusivity is dead. But it is different, certainly. And
these guys never put Nintendo in any discussion. All of a sudden, now as everyone is saying exclusives are dead, now they are saying they are bringing in Nintendo. You see how these ponies move the goalposts? They always move the goalposts.
And it is going to evoke emotion from people, whether that be, yes, tear it all down, no more walls, or people getting upset and being like, no, this is going to kill the console, kill the platform. You're going to see a wide range of emotional reactions.
Guys, don't forget, shameless plug. If you guys become a member, you get my videos first. The members will tell you all my videos I try to put out like 8 hours before, sometimes 10 hours before. So if it is you become a member, you will be getting my videos first.
But from what I can tell, Sony, and this is the important part that I want to highlight, this is not a clear-cut indication that Sony is going to be any less strategic about their view of exclusivity.
Guys, you guys can hear the cope? This is where the cope comes in. He's trying to convince himself that Sony will not put any other game onto Xbox. This is where the cope comes in. Listen.
Or their utilization, I should say, of exclusivity.
Enjoy the boot on Sony's neck. What up, man? What up?
And I think this is important to say clearly that just because Helldivers 2 is going to
let me just say, Byron, yes, Helldivers 2 pre-order sale are huge. Yes, I'm going to pre-order that game to Byron. Salt the boss. What up, my brother? MCell 101. What up?
Box. That should not leave you
like
with
button,
the strong assumption
Subscribe.
that clearly this means Spider-Man, Wolverine, Horizon, God of War are next. The reason I say you shouldn't have that is not because...
Hey, shout out to Emmanuel A1 for becoming a member. Emmanuel, thank you very much, my dude. Yeah, shout out to Emmanuel A1 for becoming a member, man.
No, you can't have our games. No. I say you shouldn't have that feeling or that assumption because there's really nothing there right now to indicate that that's the next move.
This is where it comes in. For more than 3 years, you ponies have been saying all sorts of illogical things about Xbox. Xbox is dead. Xbox is third party. And now everything got flipped right on its head with this Helldivers 2 initiative by Sony. And now you guys look stupid for the most part. You guys could no longer say that Xbox is dead. Because what does that say about Sony for putting something dead, putting their game on a dead platform? Let me say shout out to Saul the Boss. Saul the Boss, welcome, my brother. Welcome. Yeah. You guys cannot say Xbox is dead anymore because Sony is putting their games onto Xbox. Follow? So, I mean, it is what it is.
That's all I'm saying. Where it's like, if tomorrow Sony announced God of War 2018 is also coming to Xbox, then I would say, okay.
If Sony announced that God of War 2018 is coming to Xbox, we have to be on the watch for these ponies because these ponies are going to wild out. No pony I know is going to sit idly by and see Sony not put God of War onto the Xbox. Hey, shout out to Max City. Yo, Max City, what up, my brother? What up, Max City? You know, Max City is an Xbox guy for years, man. Max City has been in these Xbox streets, man. I mean, guys, this week has been an eye-opener. I would have never in a million years believed that Helldivers 2 would have crumbled, would have destroyed the PlayStation community like this. I mean, I have a fire video coming up for you guys on Sunday. I mean, but just watching at what's going on with PlayStation, whole week I've been laughing, man. Whole week I've been laughing. Look at some of these ponies. Look at some of these ponies here, guys. Look at some of these ponies. Let me show you guys one more thing. Let me show you guys. No, that's not. I think it's that's not. Let me show you guys one more. I think I have to type up. I think Astro have it. Let me just show you guys one thing here. Let me show you guys one thing here. All right. Oh God. Search. Let me show you something from Astro Cyborg, right? This is the.
What do you think, Meg? You heard both.
This is Pony Anonymous. These guys came together to, soothe each other after the news. And they are in this echo chamber hoping that, somebody come up with something to make them feel better. Look at this here, guys.
I appreciate it, buddy. Mag, what do you think, Mag? You heard both points. I mean, and it's fine. Where do you fall when this whole topic kind of came about this morning?
First of all, I told you guys behind the scenes how I felt about it, and I put up a big tweet about it, and it got a lot of traction just because of what I said. And I said, what peculiar timing.
Yes.
How
Some persons are even saying, guys, that Sony and Xbox was in cahoots. These guys don't realize that when these guys cap so hard for Sony, when these guys are so die-hard, you guys don't know what behind the door deals these guys are making. You don't know, right? But guess what? You guys will continue to cap.
Incredibly convenient of all times to be taught to say this, make this announcement. Now, I got not an argument, but some people came after me a little bit and said, it had nothing to do with that. It was a mere coincidence. I said, today, it's coming out August 26th, which means, as I explained to you guys behind the scenes, is that they could have announced that at any time. They knew well in advance. Not like they found out this morning.
Right.
They knew.
Listen to me. The timing to announce Helldivers 2 was coming to Xbox was superb. It was superb timing. Sony or Arrowhead or whoever did it, you guys had superb timing. Hey, guys, look forward to that video on Sunday. I'm going to cook these guys again. I mean...
So they could have announced this at the Summer Game Fest. They could have announced this a week ago, next week, whatever. But they chose the day after.
Yo, Big B Money. What up? Grizzly. What up? Oscar.
after they did what they did. And I found that to be very classless, in my opinion. I did not appreciate that. I'm very happy, and I did say that as well. I'm very happy for the Xbox fan base that they get to play the game.
Absolutely.
I've been playing the game on the PS5 when it came out.
Yep.
I played.
But let me hear, guys. What game do you think would be coming? Because guys, there's a lot of games that was once exclusive to the PlayStation that is coming, that came over. I mean, just in 2 months, what did we get? We got the Final Fantasies. Right now, Xbox is the only platform that you can play all the Final Fantasies. I don't think even Sony has it. What about, do you think, what's this game with the big boobs, with this girl with the big boobs? Stellar Blade is going to come? Because remember, Stellar Blade does have a similar... Stellar Blade was originally going to come to the Xbox. Remember that? And then Sony money hatched the game. That is why Stellar Blade is exclusive to the PlayStation. Now, I'm seeing some guys saying Demon Souls, some guys saying Horizon cannot come. If Horizon come, ponies are going to burn down Sony. Horizon cannot come to Xbox. That's who said that? Brando of Doom. If that happens, that is a civil war you're asking for there. Sony have to know what they are doing. They need for the safety of all their employees, they need to trickle. They need to send these things trickling. Because if these guys put some of these big games, listen to me, these ponies are going to trip. Persons will be jumping off buildings. Persons will be driving cars into buildings. Listen to me. Sony have to know what they're doing. Right? Don't even talk about God of War, Big B money. Keep that out of your mouth. Uncharted, a 10-pole title, that cannot come to Xbox. That would implode the PlayStation community. I mean, Xbox games are going to PlayStation, but we at least hear what we have. We could always say that we are getting all these games day one on Game Pass. Ponies can't say that about any of their games. They have to pay full price for all their games. Follow? I mean, listen to me. This week was a beautiful week, guys. I know this week I felt alive. This week I was running faster, jumping higher. I mean, I don't know what came over me, man. Hey, shout out to Max City. Max City is saying, thank you for that $2 dono, Max City. Max City is saying, I've been hearing Spider-Man. No, Max City. Whoever is saying that is looking for war. Spider-Man cannot come to Xbox. That is war. This Spider-Man? Not Spider-Man, man. Come on. Not Spider-Man. Any other game but Spider-Man. These ponies will trip for Spider-Man. Look at Jeff Keighley here. Ready to report on these bad news here. So, guys, I think I'll end this stream here. I don't like to go beyond an hour. But I will be coming back on Sunday. Because, guys, it's so much assault. I am going to package a beautiful salt deal for you guys. So on Sunday, I would suggest don't season your food with salt because I would have enough salt for everyone. I'm talking about bags and pounds and buckets of salt. Salt the boss. On Twitter, they are saying return. You know I forgot about Returnal. I completely forgot about Returnal because the PlayStation community did not support that game well. Returnal sold like, what, 1 million copies? Yeah, 1 million copies. And at the end of the day, this is what Sony is looking for. Sony is looking for money. They need to get their money up. So guys, as I said before, thank you guys. I think this was one of the biggest streams I ever had. More than 127 persons came to the stream. Thank you guys for all the support. None of this would be possible without you guys. Let me say shout out to Gaming Garbage who just came in. Gaming Garbage, we are wrapping up the podcast, but you can always go back and look at it. Let me say shout out to the biggest garlic, CC, M Cell. Again, I mean, Saul the Boss, thanks for coming a member. Max City, thanks for becoming a member. Guys, this was fun. We'll do it again on Sunday, God's willing. I'm getting back my strength. I had the flu. I'm getting it back. So Sunday, look out for it. Might be between 9 and 10. I don't like to do it too late. But guys, this was a blast. I mean, ponies, where you at? I thought Xbox was dead. Where are you ponies at? You ponies are quiet. Where's J-Dub? J-Dub is quiet. James is quiet. Red Dragon has nothing to say. Where is Faction, guys? They would have deleted their Twitter.
Where is Factions?
You ain't getting Factions. At this point, Xbox fans are getting Factions. Xbox fans, we are taking your Factions, man. Come on. So, guys, thank you guys for stopping again. Don't forget to put God first and mankind's after. Ponies, you guys are down bad. Hit your like button on your way out. Later, guys.